Hi guys, JT here, and here's my top 10 adventure games released in the past 2 years that you should buy in the 2023 Steam Spring Sale. These games are highly discounted, and you should consider them. So let's get into this. At number 10 we have Psychonauts 2, a thrilling adventure that takes you on a journey through the inner workings of the human mind. As a psychonaut, you explore the minds of various characters, each with their own unique personality and struggles. From a haunted hotel to a dentist's office, the levels are as imaginative as they are challenging. With platforming that will test your skills, and puzzles that will make you scratch your head. The story is a rollercoaster of emotions, with twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. The graphics are stunning, with colorful and detailed environments that make you feel like you're really inside someone's head. But what really makes Psychonauts 2 shine is the sense of adventure it creates. Each level feels like a new frontier to explore, with secrets to uncover and challenges to overcome. It's a game that encourages you to take risks, to try new things, and to embrace the unknown. In short, Psychonauts 2 is a must-play adventure that'll take you on a wild ride through the depths of the human mind. So grab your psychic powers and get ready for a journey you won't soon forget. At number 9 we have Bendy and the Dark Revival, a survival horror game that looks like something out of an old Disney cartoon. You play as Audrey, finishing work when you bump into a janitor on your way out. He brings you to the lost studio and seemingly kills you. Now you must fight for your life as you face puzzles, strange creatures, and boss fights in an ink-filled world, trying to find an escape. The gameplay will involve you solving puzzles by finding codes to doors or by finding an item and putting it where it goes. And it is more difficult than it looks, as the items are usually stashed in very dangerous places that you have to tread through to get to. You will have access to an upgradable multi-purpose tool, the Gent Pipe, which you can use to defend yourself or to charge up energy and override security doors. Enemies range from small ink creatures to bigger enemies that require different approaches, either bashing them in the head or hiding. You'll gain abilities over time to help you towards that goal. While the scares are rather mild and the story is rather short, the overall experience, art style, and narrative are highly entertaining and very well done. At number 8 we have Bugsnax, a delightful adventure game that takes place on a mysterious island filled with, you guessed it, Bugsnax. Creatures that are part bug, part snack. What? As a journalist, you are tasked with investigating the island and its strange inhabitants, who are all obsessed with these delicious insects. The gameplay is a mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and creature collecting. Each Bugsnax is unique and requires a different strategy to catch, which adds a layer of strategy and challenge to the game. As you progress, you'll uncover the island's secrets and unravel the mysteries behind the Bugsnax. The island itself is filled with hidden paths, secret areas, and unexpected surprises that encourage exploration and discovery. And the characters that you meet are as quirky as the Bugsnax themselves, with unique personalities and motivations that make them feel like real people. In short, Bugsnax is a fun and engaging adventure game that's sure to satisfy your craving for something sweet and quirky. So grab your bug-catching net and get ready to catch some bugs and snacks. At number 7 we have It Takes Two, an incredibly charming and fun co-op adventure game that'll keep you and your partner entertained for hours. The game tells the story of Cody and May, a couple on the verge of divorce who find themselves magically transformed into dolls and must work together to find a way to return to their human forms and save their relationship. The gameplay is a mix of platforming, puzzle solving, and action sequences, with each level offering new challenges and mechanics. The game also has a wide variety of mini-games, from whack-a-mole to racing games that add even more fun to the mix. What sets It Takes Two apart is the co-op experience. The game is designed to be played with 2 players, and every aspect of the game is tailored to encourage cooperation and communication. The game mechanics require both players to work together, and the story is all about the importance of teamwork and compromise in a relationship. In short, It Takes Two is an amazing co-op adventure game that will bring you and your partner closer together. It's a game that's full of heart, humor, and fun, and it's a must-play for anyone looking for a great co-op experience. At number 6 we have Little Nightmares 2, a suspenseful adventure game. You play as Mono, a young boy trapped in a world that has been distorted by an evil transmission. You find a new friend named Six, the protagonist from the first game, and the both of you set out to discover the source of the transmission. Just in case you're wondering, this game is the prequel to the first game. Like in the first game, you'll be sneaking past seemingly giant, disturbing human-looking monsters to get to the next point, which usually involves moving in a particular direction. This time around, Mono is able to carry various weapons and tools to either destroy something in your path or to smash smaller enemies to bits. You'll also have access to a torchlight which you can use to freeze certain enemies in place when you shine your light at them, only for them to move again when your light is off them, like a game of statues. And this can get quite complicated when you have 4 enemies to shine your light on. Little Nightmares 2 is basically more of Little Nightmares 1, so if you like the first game, you'll most likely love this game. And number 5, we have LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, an epic adventure game that takes you on a journey through all 9 films of the Star Wars saga. The game features iconic characters, locations, and moments from the films, all reimagined in a playful and charming LEGO style. The gameplay is a mix of platforming, puzzle solving, and combat, with each level offering new challenges and mechanics. You can play as your favorite characters, including Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Rey, and Kylo Ren, each of their own unique abilities and powers. The game also features open world exploration, or rather open galaxy exploration, allowing you to travel to different planets and complete side quests and missions. The game allows you to relive some of the most iconic moments from the films, while also giving you the freedom to explore and create your own adventures. It's a game that encourages imagination, creativity, and most importantly, fun. In short, LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is a must-play adventure game for fans of Star Wars and LEGO. It's a game that's full of humor, charm, and excitement, and it's sure to keep you entertained for hours. There are also different editions available, adding new characters from the Star Wars television series like Mando and Ahsoka. So grab your lightsaber, blaster, and a Wookiee, and get ready for a journey to a galaxy far, far away. And number 4, we have Days Gone, an open-world zombie adventure game. You play as Deacon St. John, riding across the post-apocalypse in your bike, seeking answers around your dead wife. However, the story soon evolves into a story about relationships, loyalty, and how humans cope during the zombie apocalypse. What's interesting is that the side quests that you do actually contribute to the main story rather than padding it out. In Days Gone, the zombies are fast and they do attack in hordes if you make any loud noises. So you'll be sneakily stabbing their heads while looking for scarce resources in the world and completing quests. When the horde comes running to you, you better run and ensure that you have an escape plan. There are also rogue humans and wildlife who can murder you. To fight them, you'll have access to various traps and weapons, both ranged and melee. Every moment will feel dangerous, especially if you're not careful. So if you want to go through an intense experience of zombie survival, Days Gone could be for you. And number 3, we have Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, an action-adventure game based around the titular Marvel characters. Even though your team consists of 5 people, you're in control of Star-Lord throughout the whole game, playing the role of a leader. Your team is trying to get out of debt while learning to work together and maybe save the universe along the way. Gameplay-wise, it is quite interesting, as Star-Lord is not the most powerful character in the team. In fact, he's one of the weakest, so you have to rely on your leadership skills to tell the rest of the Guardians team on what to do in the fight. The game is linear with some off-beaten paths to find some hidden cosmetics and additional lore. What makes this game so good is the banter between the Guardians and the quirky style of the game. This even affects combat, as you can perform a huddle with your team for a pep talk, and depending on what you say to them, it'll determine what buff they receive for a short duration. In addition, 80s music starts playing, staying true to the flavor. Other than that, you'll be visiting beautiful alien planets and solving some environmental puzzles. Guardians of the Galaxy is a fun and quirky adventure that is definitely worth taking. And number 2, we have Tales of Arise. You play as 2 protagonists in this game. Elphin, a slave who cannot feel pain and is super helpful to others, and Shion, a member of the slaver race who when touched has thorns bursting out of her body. Watching the relationship between them and other characters grow over time as they deal with personal pains and the overall problems of the world like slavery, colonization, and war is great. Humor is peppered around when appropriate, so it isn't all doom and gloom. The story is considered one of the best in recent Tales history. Combat is now faster paced than ever, with movement and attacks that feel more fluid, akin to a mix between traditional Tales combat and Devil May Cry's fluid and stylish moves. Finishing moves and combo moves between characters are highly satisfying to watch, as they are always very flashy and massive, as if you're watching a great combo move being executed in a fighting tournament. Big monsters and bosses will test your skills, as they will have you use everything you have learned so far in each section of the game. They can be challenging, but fair. There's also a crafting system to make better materials, cooking system for temporary buffs, and very rewarding exploration to find rare items and monsters in off-beaten paths. If you like a deep RPG with a great story and excellent gameplay, look no further than Tales of Arise. And number 1, we have Resident Evil Village, the 8th installment in the main Resident Evil game series. You take on the role of Ethan Winters. After the incident at the baker's residence in Resident Evil 7, you try to settle down with your wife, Mia. In fact, you even have a daughter together named Rose. However, things quickly turn to custard as the protagonist from the first game, Chris Redfield, barges into your house, kills your wife, and kidnaps Rose. Tracking Rose down, you eventually get to a village filled with mysteries and horrors befitting medieval lore. Right off the bat, Resident Evil 8 isn't scary, and is more of an action game peppered with disturbing creatures. The story is quite interesting and the antagonists are very memorable, with the least memorable being the final boss of the game. You'll be shooting your way through various creatures and traveling to various parts of the village in search of your daughter. The gameplay is faster paced than Resident Evil 7 and is fun gunning down mutated residents and experiments gone wrong. You'll have access to a variety of weapons like handguns, SMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles and revolvers, and even grenades. So if you like a shooter that strikes a good balance between action and a good sense of adventure, definitely play Resident Evil Village. Do you agree with this list? What other games are in your wish list this spring sale? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.